Welcome back to the Constant Complete podcast featuring myself, Spencer, my friend Matt with Outlaw Gaming TV, and hailing from the land far, far away of the sickly noise. Give it up for Fiskcake. How's it going?
Hey, what's going on? This noise over here is fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
Do you hear this fucking noise right now?
Oh, yeah. So ill.
It's so fucking tight, dude.
All right, we'll just right off the gate, unmonetized on YouTube.
Starting strong.
Oh, yeah.
So strong.
Definitely. All right, Fiskcake, let's start it out. What did you play this week?
Can't say tight on YouTube?
You can't say fuck, dude. Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Well, okay, well. My fucking bad. What did I play this week? Well, let's see. Let me go down my giant list here. I played Absolver. Nice. I officially beat it today, which the 1 hour I played with Kim Pop from last weekend, and then I played like another maybe 2 hours total, and literally like the hour and a half of playing the game was me just trying to find like one extra marker. Because like when you get to like these like basically bonfires is probably the easiest way to describe it.
Yep.
There's you a map where you're supposed to like find these guys that you're supposed to beat up before you get to the final person.
Yeah.
Before the Absolver or whatever. And I was in like the right quadrant, but I couldn't like for some reason find the right guy. And today, like I just like looked up an Absolver map. I'm like, where are these places? I don't understand. For some reason, it just wouldn't click with me.
Yeah, I got you. You did the classic. I can't figure it out. Internet, tell me.
Internet, tell me where this is. So I finally got like the general idea of like I've realized I was like supposed to be heading to the swamp area instead of the plains area.
Oh,
you know,
classic.
Yeah. Common mistake.
Just pure fogness, green, grassy bullshit. And I finally beat the game. So by yourself, well, not by yourself, but like I've played maybe a total of 4 or 5 hours of the game. I have beaten it, and it's pretty good. I don't mind it. Like story-wise, I don't know what the fuck is going on, which I don't think they really expect you.
They pulled a Destiny 2 or Destiny where you're like, oh, okay.
All right, I'm shooting these.
Stuff is happening.
Yeah.
I wish I was privy to it.
I wish I understood why I was shooting these people, but that's fine. That's all right. Whatever. But the combat's still fun. Like you make a little combat deck where like you can chain moves into each other. You choose which moves, your special attacks, all that fun stuff. And I finally won my first 1v1 in the combat trials, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
After how many attempts?
Good job.
Well, maybe like 6 or 7, but
that's not bad.
Counting? I guess it's not terrible, but that's Absolver. I finally, after all that time, I've beaten one person, so that's pretty cool.
I mean, is there like in-game stuff? Is there like, hey, how's it going?
A New Game Plus
USA Voyager.
What's up, USA Voyager?
No, it's more like a multiplayer game anyway. So like, if you're doing
like PvP, right? Like that's the main draw after you beat it.
Yeah, well, I kind of just play like offline to finish the story so I can like farm moves and stuff. Because the way you learn moves is from blocking or like countering the attack that you want to learn, and then you get like a little bar that levels up to the point where like once it becomes a full circle, if you beat that fight, you learn that move. But if you lose the fight, you don't get to learn it.
Oh, punishment.
Yeah.
I guess they just beat the knowledge out of you.
Pretty much. Like, I guess like you just memorize the move so perfectly. You're like, I know how to counter it, so I know the reverse part of it. I guess I don't know. I don't know how it works out in real life, but it's kind of hard to do that in multiplayer because you'll be trying to like farm somebody. Not even that. Like they'll help. Like people think they're helping you out by like beating the guy for you because they just see you like blocking and stuff. Like, oh man,
look at this noob. He needs help. No, bitch, I'm learning the move.
He can't attack. He doesn't know how to use a punch button. What an idiot. I'll help him out. Like, no, sir, please. I got one more Okay, well, thanks. Whatever.
Asshole.
Asshole. But I'm still probably going to play the shit out of that. Hopefully they come out with like DLC and stuff soon.
Yeah, it seems kind of... I didn't expect it to be so short.
Well, Well, I imagine they will because it's a multiplayer game. So it's, I mean, them bringing it out without any plans for DLC. That's kind of stupid. I mean, Destiny 2 started off with fucking paid. What is it? The paid credits. The something
the
The bright
microtransactions
Ingrams.
and the shaders.
The bright Ingrams. That's right. And shaders.
Yeah.
Tune into Content Complete episode 23 for that part.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Shit. Other than that, we did a lot of traveling this week and chilling in bed, so I played some more on my PS Vita. Hoo hoo hoo.
Nice.
This is the Vita corner. Hoo hoo hoo. I played some Odin Sphere Leaf Thresser? I don't know how to say the word.
Isn't that like a JRPG?
It's
like a beat 'em up, right? Kind of like a JRPG beat 'em up.
Basically, yeah, it's a JRPG side-scrolling beat 'em up thing. And I forgot I played one more game.
Man, look at that, man! I'm on top of this shit.
You're all over it. Let's see, Dragon. Okay, but yeah, I played that. I so far of like all the PS Vita games except for maybe Persona Golden.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend this one because it's like the combat's pretty fluid, the graphics are really good, the voice acting, like the whole game itself is pretty solid. I kind of like just had it got on a whim, like, well, this is like the top 10 games for PS Vita, or so I've heard.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a list of like all the PS Vita games, right? It's just 10 of them.
I was say like out of the 15 games for PS Vita,
mm-hmm.
this is one of the top 10.
Yeah,
but,
nice. Expansive library.
So I looked it up, and apparently it's Odin Sphere Leafthrassier.
Leafthrassier.
Yeah,
Lufthausen.
Lufthausen.
Londonburg. Yeah.
Londonburg. Yeah.
Londonburg, home of the
Londonburg B. Jensen. I didn't ask for this. I don't know. I don't know.
You just come up with like a noir character out of nowhere.
He came up with Adam Jensen in Londonburg, I think, the fictional city of London.
B. Jensen.
Right.
All right, fuck it. That bit's dead. All right.
Played Dragon's Crown. It seems all right. Like it's finally picking up after a while. It's another game. Odin Sphere is made by Atlas and or published by Atlas. I think I'm not for sure. I just know it's the first thing I fucking see when I load up the game. It's just Atlas.
Atlas.
And Dragon's Crown is also another Atlas game. Which
that was pretty good too.
It's pretty solid. It's just like, the combat's kind of confusing because like you can have like 4 people playing with you or 3 other people playing with you.
Mm-hmm.
But like since nobody plays, you just have these bots that you resurrect from like dead bodies or whatever, and they help you out. So like if you have like those 4 guys and then like a whole team of orcs and you're all like fighting together and shit, it gets kind of fucking crazy because you don't know where your shit's at half the time.
Yeah.
But it seems all right. I'll probably play and finish it, but it's just like, oh well, okay, play some. Got nothing else to do. I guess I'll play some Dragon's Crown.
Yeah.
Then I played the hot sequel to SteamWorld Dig. You guys played SteamWorld Hot.
Wait, what was the name of it?
You're like cutting in and out. 1 second. Let me see if I can fix you.
Oh shit, I'm broken. Man, I'm just too far away from the mic.
No, it's not. It shouldn't be cutting you like it is.
Well, there's some audio options in there for like where it'll automatically cut someone. I thought we had that off though.
I know. I just looked at it. See, automatically adjust speaker settings, automatically adjust microphone settings.
Yeah, they're both off. Yeah. Must be a connection issue.
Well, imagine that.
Oh, Skype with connection issues. Who knew?
There wouldn't be an episode of Content Complete without issues.
Yeah. So hit me again with the name of that game because I don't remember the name.
SteamWorld Heist.
Heist.
Or basically, it's after the first one where I guess you somehow make the planet explode by digging into it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Play as like basically space pirates who are trying to like destroy this army of evil space pirates.
Yeah, I played like the first hour or 2 of that. It's like kind of like XCOM.
Yeah, it's side-scrolling XCOM. It's pretty fun. I enjoy that on the Vita too because it's just like in your hand. You can just pick it up whenever you want to. Come back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I do enjoy the Vita, but that is it for me this week. What did you guys play?
Well, before we go any further with that, I had this great idea. A great PS Vita game or any kind of mobile game, if you could get it to work, would be like a long game, like strategy, like Civ 5 or a Paradox game where you can just like do a bunch of stuff and then just like come back to it whenever you feel like you're ready to take your time with it.
Oh yeah, like one of those. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they
'cause,
have
like,
My Singing Monsters on there. It's a pretty hot mobile game where you collect monsters, and they each do their own, they each do their own beat and stuff. You know.
Oh, I used to have that on my phone, or one
Yeah.
like it where it makes one big song.
Yeah, and now it's on the PS Vita.
Sick.
Yeah.
So we played. We played. Obviously, we played Melee. How did Melee go?
Terribly for me.
Yeah, I think I pretty much wrecked you.
Yeah.
It was the score. How many games I won? How many games Spencer won? Was
Like 30,
6.
Yeah, 6
to
to like
37, I think.
yeah.
So
Throughout the whole day, I only won 6.
Oh. Well, better than 5 or 0.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, that's great.
Better than I would have done. That's something, right?
Yeah, usually the disparity is not that bad. So.
Yeah. We all have our off days.
Oh yeah, Matt, do that arrow thing again.
Yeah.
Right.
right.
He lies to himself.
And then we played Smash 4.
That went better
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, it was pretty even.
Yeah.
And then I played Destiny 2 or Destiny 1. I beat all of Destiny 1's single player content in like 2 days, and I took my fucking time. I explored. I did everything. That game is fucking barren. Okay?
Tell him about the secrets that you wanted to find.
Yeah. So, and they have like the levels aren't linear. They should be fucking linear, because all you do is waste your time looking for shit that's not there. Anyways, so there's a secret like area that I thought was a secret area where there's no quest objectives there. There's nothing. The whole area is fucking done. I had no missions there. So, there's like these secret like bridges or whatever that materialize after you scan them. And they go like through this like long chasm. Like there's this like, if you fall, you die. So I was doing this to get to another place on the other side that I thought, oh, maybe it'll have like a loot chest or something like that. No, nothing. I spent like 15 minutes and died like 14 times.
This is like a jumping puzzle,
Yeah,
right?
it's like a jumping puzzle to get to the side of the chasm, which housed nothing at all. Nothing. Why? Why did you even put that there? Why?
Man, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey there.
Well, the journey sucked.
Like,
Yeah, you did the journey wrong, Matt. Okay.
I guess I did, but it was just so. They make Destiny 1 is a good, okay game. Like I beat Destiny 1 in 2 days, and the ending, like just from the core content that it has, like not the expansion packs.
DLC, Matt.
Yeah, the DLC. The core one, it ends and you're like, did I just beat the fucking game? Was that the end? Because it doesn't lead up to it. It doesn't tell you. There's no definitive like, oh, you like, this is it. This is the end. None of that. No, not even credits. No credits.
You killed Satan. Good job. You've won.
Nothing.
So, I'm imagining, because I wasn't there for this, I'm imagining you just like playing, you're doing a mission, and it just like loads you back to like the beginning and be like, all right, you're done.
Basically. That's basically
Bye.
what it did. It's like you saved the
the
traveler.
DLC.
I'm like, did I? Because all I did
No.
was kill like 3 giant mech robots, and then I don't know. I feel like the freaking guy in BioShock 1 where they're just like, hey, go do this. Would you kindly? I'm like, okay, I don't really know what's going on. I guess I'll go do it. They don't explain anything for you. And then they have one of these side characters. She's like, I don't have time to explain why I can't explain to you. Bitch, what the fuck?
Make time.
You
please.
got time. We have time. You're a game. You're not even real. So stupid. But then
Okay.
they, like, it's the core gameplay is fun. The shooting things is fun, and whatever. So then I beat all of the DLC in like a day and a half, also. And I'm like I'm almost level 40. But like they just do some stupid shit. They don't explain anything to you. There's no reason for you to explore anything. Like I said, you go, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go like try to find some
Hidden shit.
hidden shit. No hidden shit. There's nothing. Just go to the path they tell you to fucking go. And if you explore, all you're doing is wasting your own damn time. They don't even hide any like collectible or nothing. Nothing. And through the whole game, I picked up maybe 5 loot boxes. That's what I thought was at the end of the freaking teleporty bridge materialization area. Oh, I'm like, I'll get my 6th loot box. It's gonna be sick.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll get a gun that's cool. No, I got fucking nothing. Okay, nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Oh, and then apparently the ammo types.
Oh yeah, they have the 3 different types of ammo. They have like void, fire, and electricity, and then like regular. I can't tell you what those do. When I shoot shit, it dies. It seems like it dies the same amount. Like I don't feel like I have an advantage when I'm like, oh, I should take this void weapon because it's gonna do good against this. I don't know. It doesn't tell you. I just shoot the shit and it dies. It's
Well, there you
so
go.
fucking stupid. But I'll probably buy Destiny 2.
But all that aside, I'll probably buy the sequel.
Because
Hopefully it's better.
It has moments of goodness where you're like the DLC, the Taken King DLC, like that, it was good. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking invested. Let's go. And then like 5 hours later, it's over. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But it was good. So I'm like, why didn't they just be good throughout the game? Why?
That takes time and money, man. Nobody has time and money for that.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
they make all their
yeah.
fucking money off
These
these
are
goddamn
like-
loot chests.
Well, the
They
loot
literally
chests
made
are
a
free.
character to tell you that.
Yeah, these loot chests are more like chests that are in Borderlands or something like that.
Okay, that's right. I'm getting my Destiny 1 and 2 mixed up.
Yeah, but well, they have loot chests in Destiny 1 as well.
Yeah.
But like, and then when you complete missions, they have these things called strikes where it's like a 3-person team and you go and fight like it's kind of like a mini dungeon. It's not a raid, but it's like a little dungeon. And you go there and you do their mission or whatever, and then they give you a weapon. You can't go to that mission until you're like level 25. Then the reward for that fucking mission is like a level 16 gun. You're like, I'm level 28. What am I going to do with this? This is worthless to me. You wasted both of our time.
You,
You can
game,
throw it at
and
me.
mine, player.
Like, why?
Right. Why do?
You
Why
couldn't
do
just,
this, B?
You couldn't just give me a weapon that I could use at all? And then they're like, okay, we got you. All right, this one you got to be level 20. All right, do this strike. And you're like, all right, I'm going to do it. And they give you a level like 12 gun. Bitch, I'm 8 levels above that. What are you doing? It's useless. I can't use it. So stupid. They have some stupid ass design decisions that are just mind-numbingly dumb. You're just like, why? Why are you doing any of this, piece of shit?
Maybe that's why they made the level cap in Destiny 2 20.
I think it was originally 20 and then 30 and then 40.
So maybe they changed what the level things were for some places,
So
and then
yeah,
just
maybe
didn't change the loot.
Yeah, maybe they didn't change the loot. Maybe level 16, you're like, oh, I got level 16 epic. This will be good because I'm only level 20. The cap is level 20.
You'd think they would just up
But
some
then
stats
why
on the
at
fucking
25 do you unlock a level 16 gun that is useless?
Because math is hard. All right.
I mean, would it be so difficult for you to just give me a level? And then some missions will give you a level 40 cape. Bitch, I'm level 25. I can't wear that. It won't let me. What are
My
you
shoulders
doing?
aren't strong enough for that cape. Leave it alone.
Yeah, so I'm like, I guess I'll put this in my vault. Oh, it's pretty. It's a pretty cape. I can't wait to use it. Stupid.
I hate games that do that, where they give you like weapons and items that are like way beyond your level, and you're like, man, I can't wait to get to this particular item, and then try to use it, and then realize the shit I already have is better.
Yeah.
The multiplayer is fucking dead. I can't do any raids. But I figured that was going in. I just wanted to get familiar with the Destiny thing because I thought Destiny 2 was cool. And it looks okay. I may or may not buy it. We haven't decided yet.
Yeah. But
debate's
besides that,
still up.
we played, obviously, we played Tales of Berseria, and we played West of Loathing. Those are still going great.
Nice.
We
Nice.
did not get around to doing a Into the Veil this week. Somebody has a social life.
No, we had to cancel that.
Yeah, I know. Me. I have a social life. No.
Right.
It's like, wait, it wasn't me this time. Nice try, tough guy.
Yeah. But we also played, Matt and I played some Divinity 2. We streamed that Thursday and Friday on a whim. Matt was like, hey, you want to stream Divinity 2? I'm like, okay, we got it. Let's go. And then Friday was like, you want to stream it again?
We're like, yeah.
Let's go.
Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
We should go into Divinity 1 first, and then because
Yeah,
we have
so-
a longer discussion about Divinity 2 since it's new.
Yeah, so Divinity 1, we played actually just yesterday, so on Saturday, which was after we had played Divinity 2. Matt already has some experience with Divinity 1, but just like the bare minimum intro.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I was going in for the first time. And Divinity 1's, it's a solid game. And I feel like there are some aspects of it that shine better in Divinity 1 than Divinity 2 when it comes to player interaction.
Because in Divinity 1, you play as two, like, no matter what, you have to have a party of two. And you make both of those characters at the beginning of the game.
So even
And
if you have
they'll-
another player,
yeah.
it's just an NPC.
Yeah, so they'll talk to each other and, like, discuss shit and be like, and they'll react. So, like, Spencer was healing me a bunch. And the guy's like, hey, I'm healing you a lot. You know, man, we're making such a great team. And then I get to choose my little dialogue. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. I don't need your help. And...
Well, except
fucking
it's,
love you,
it's
bro.
none of this. It's like one or two.
yeah.
So
But they have a lot of really cool interactions between the two player characters.
Yeah.
Whereas in Divinity 2, they're basically like an NPC. Like,
Yeah, it's weird. You don't really like talk to each other.
yeah, you make your character and everything like you would in Divinity 1, but they don't talk.
Yeah, they don't have like an interconnected dialogue.
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, you still have each other's. It seems like you still have each other's like separate, like attitudes towards, like other NPCs.
Yeah, you have your own.
So if I piss off an NPC, it might not be pissed off at Matt. You know. But as far as interplay between the two of us, it doesn't seem to be. Which I think they kind of nixed most of that in favor for having, instead of just 2 players, you have 4 players, and the ability to just play the game, start the game with just one. Because there's kind of a system that they're working out where in the beginning of the game, when you make a character, you can choose to be one of the origin pre-made ones, or you can custom make a character, which is not what's in Divinity 1. And then when you start out, you're on a ship with all the other origin characters.
Yeah.
And so they're all NPCs that you can like join up with if you so choose. Or you can go the lone wolf route and just let them all die.
Oh, no, I
Just
think
fuck
they
you
live no
guys.
matter what.
You think they live no matter what?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, either way, you can just ignore them.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, so Divinity 1, it has more of like a World of Warcraft style graphics and animation stuff. It's a bit blockier, more cartoony, and it has a pretty good sense of humor. It's very silly.
Yeah, it's much sillier than...
And Divinity 2 takes itself more seriously, which is nice. It's darker, and it's more visceral. Like the animations are definitely better, and it looks better from a this is really cool standpoint. But the difference between Divinity 1 and Divinity 2 as far as like mechanics and the way it works.
I think Divinity 2 has a lot more... So, like, your environment is really important. And it's like that in Divinity 1, but they have more, like, if the ground is wet and you use electricity, it's going to electrify the ground. If there's blood
that's
on the
cool.
ground, it'll electrify the blood. If there's, like, a poison cloud and you use fire on it, it'll blow up. And, like, there's a lot more inner workings of elemental shit.
Yeah, they had a little bit of it in Divinity 1, but not nearly as like
Like
they
it's
had
not nearly as intricate in
Yeah.
Divinity 1. It's still there, but it's like the base level of like water and electricity, poison and fire.
But I
and-
don't know that there's like blood and electricity in Divinity 1
Yeah, I
or
don't
anything
think
like
so.
that.
But that's definitely in Divinity 2.
Yeah, and then overall, I feel like the class roles are more like just straightforward in Divinity 1. In Divinity 2, there's so much like you can choose from that there's all these opportunities to have hybrids and stuff like that. So it's a bit less like
stuck.
defined,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool from I get to make my custom like special character standpoint.
Yeah, and they also, in Divinity 1, you can only play as a human, whereas in Divinity 2, you can play as a dwarf, an elf, an undead, a human,
And a lizard man.
lizard person.
Ooh,
what's cool is
lizard people.
is the undead. You
Yeah,
get to
the
play
undead.
as the other types. You get like undead
Mhm.
human, undead elf, undead dwarf, undead lizard.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, so like in Divinity 2, I'm playing as an undead elf because I'm quite enamored with the idea of necromancers. So I'm playing a witch class elf, and I can raise like if someone died, I can raise them back as like a bloated corpse and stuff like that. And I can do, if I'm standing a pool of blood, I can heal myself. And because I'm undead, if
All poison stuff heals him, and then healing potions hurt him.
yeah, so I can't take any healing potions, but like I can run into a poison cloud and just get healed. And
That's
so
pretty cool. That kind of adds a nice little variation to it as well.
yeah, it's really cool because one of the craftable materials stuff, because there's actually a pretty good crafting system in the game.
Oh yeah, Spencer's been jerking off to that shit. I'm like, let's go. Let's.
I'm like, do you have a stick? I need a stick.
We don't need every bit of trash that thing. Spencer's like, oh, if there's a thing to be looted, like it's looted, it's done.
And I have it in my thing. I'm a hoarder. I just have like shells and like sticks and bits of wire and like thread.
We're like, we can't use it yet, but I might get a book, and I might be able to learn something with it.
It's true.
One of the things that I was able to make, which is pretty awesome, because most things that require an outside source, like for instance, if you wanted to make something that was poisonous, you can just grab a poison barrel, hold onto it, and make it like an infinite amount of what that is if you have the other materials. Because a poison barrel is so big, I guess it's just like it's not just a single use. You're using a whole fucking barrel. So I think I turned almost all of the food that I was just hoarding and all of the drinks into poisoned food and drinks. And so now I can just go around and just chomp down on like poison cheese and just heal myself over time.
Oh, this tastes delightfully poisonous. This is very nutritional to me.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
To me.
To me.
In Divinity 1, you actually fight the undead.
Yeah,
It's really cool because the stories take place 1,200 years apart. And, right, is it 1,200 years?
I think so.
A long fucking
It's
time.
a long time.
A long time apart. And so the difference, there's like different interplay. Like undead people are a bit more in society in Divinity 2, and in Divinity 1 they're like the enemy, like you're fighting hordes of undead and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The undead are evil. Except for, just give it 1,200 years. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, and then before we switch, because I know we got to switch topics because we've talked about this for a long time, I did want to mention the really, really cool way that I think Divinity overall does this, where because when you have multiple players, especially in Divinity 2 where you can have 4 players all at once, I don't know if Divinity 1 has that or not, one person could be in a battle in like a different room, and then another person can be going off and doing something entirely different. And then if you're like there's one moment where I was at the top of this fort, and I was talking to these guys, and I guess I accidentally insulted them or something. I don't remember what happened. And Matt's downstairs like chatting with someone about the story, and I'm over here like fucking pissing someone off.
Fighting for your life.
And then the battle starts for me, and we're in the same fort, but I'm like, hey, Matt, I'm in a battle. Finish what you're doing. I need help now.
The Blank Age, Divinity 2 is single player. Divinity Original Sin 2 is multiplayer.
Yeah.
You can have, Divinity,
there's like a
Divinity
bunch
2
of
is
Divinity
single
games.
player.
Yeah, sorry. We should make the we're talking about Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2. I forgot that there was a total like separate thing. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. The original
how's it
Sin
going, Kim Pop?
versions of the games. But
Kim Pop.
yeah, but it's pretty cool. So we should move on to the first topic because we spent 30 minutes talking about games we played. Which, I mean, Divinity
It's a
was
video game podcast.
yeah, it's a video game.
Yeah.
Podcast. We're all good. So Fiske, you want to start us off? Well, actually, yeah. I mean, we can all do this. We all have the link. Nintendo Direct.
I didn't.
So I actually watched it.
Yeah, you actually watched it, so you might be better than me talking about it because I looked through the list and I didn't find anything interesting.
Hey, how's it going, Blank Age?
All right. Well, then, Matt, tell us what's interesting about the Nintendo Direct this year.
Well,
Or
it
this
was like
month.
45 minutes, and they're like, oh, we have a bunch of little like announcements, and then we're gonna have 4 like major stories. And the first one was they were talking about Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and they're adding like a whole bunch of like different areas, and they have like the story's going to change a little bit and stuff like that. which seems interesting, but I just don't like. How are you gonna like? It's just like why not just make one version, right? Like they usually do. Like they started doing this with Black and White and Black and White 2, where they're like, we'll just make the game again instead of just one Ultra version like Crystal was and Ruby or in Emerald and Platinum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. So they're releasing an entirely different game.
No, not an entirely different game. Same game with added story places or added story and added.
Well, I should specify.
Pokemon
I meant like a separate release.
Yeah, this is Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yeah, so it's like
it's Sun and Moon, but Ultra.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little weird because it's like basically kind of how WoW when they came out with what is it? There was a DLC or an expansion pack that like changed the whole world.
The Cataclysm.
Cataclysm. It's like doing that, but as like just a separate game. It just feels weird to buy Sun and Moon and then you got to buy Ultra Sun and Moon to get like
more
60 to 70% of the same game, but with like interesting changes.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like they keep pushing that part because like they started with what like Fire Red and Aqua Blue or whatever. What was the one like they released like a year ago or like a couple years ago, which was like a remade version of Red and Blue, or not Red and Blue, but like
it was Ruby and Sapphire.
Like Crystal and Ruby and Sapphire. That's right.
Yeah, it was
like something
Omega Ruby and
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And the Blink Age, the Nintendo Direct is like it's like their little mini E3 things that they use to.
Yeah, it's like a press conference.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like let people know what's going on.
Yeah, it's just a special Nintendo specific event that they put on for all their games and stuff.
And then they talked about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which looks pretty good.
Yeah, the graphic style change is interesting, but I'm open. And this has been a conversation people have had for a while, but like it's definitely more like JRPG-esque and like a I don't know. It's just. I guess less purposely lifelike, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I don't know.
Main guy,
I find it interesting.
I thought I saw like videos of this like a year ago. Is the main guy has like an Irish voice or something like that?
It's Australian, I think.
Australian. Okay, that's.
I'm
weird.
really feeling it.
How do they? Okay, I've always wondered this. How do they do those types of accents in the Japanese version of the game?
I don't think they do.
So they just make that decision for the rest of the world?
I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, because I always wonder like how they would do like the Australian accent but speaking Japanese. You know, like it's something that I've always thought about. So
like Deso Sugoku put a shrimp on the Barbie Roo.
Fucking hell, dude.
That's how it goes.
That's not even an Australian accent. That's just Australian.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
He was speaking Japanese, but with. It's just like a weird amalgamation of racism.
No, it's just Australianism.
No, it's a real thing, guys. American voice speaking Japanese words and saying an Australian phrase. It's fine. It's okay.
So that looks good. Excited for that. I mean, we don't have a Switch yet. As soon as we get more information about the Pokemon RPG and fucking Smash, then we'll buy a Switch. I'm telling you, Nintendo, that's all you got. That's all you need to do.
Yep. If we can get a fucking Pokemon RPG, open worlds, all the areas, maybe even release them as expansions. Just start us out in Kanto.
I don't think it's not gonna be all the worlds.
Why not, Matt?
It might just be
make it like Elder Scrolls Online.
I don't
give
a shit what it is as long as it's good.
Yeah, it better be good. Fuck it.
You play in your backyard the entire time.
Oh, so basically just a bunch of Weedles and shit. That sounds like a fucking great time. I got a Venomoth now.
Okay.
Great.
Weedle evolves into Beedrill.
Yeah, I know that. Okay. It's just another bug time Pokemon, dude.
All right, dude. Sorry. Then there's Project Octopath Traveler, which is like a working title. It's made by Square Enix, and it's the 2D and 3D kind of thing where they do like CGI backgrounds, but it's 2D, and the lighting system is like all crazy.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pixelated.
It is. It's 2D.
Like pixelated foreground, but then CGI background?
Yeah.
Matt's playing the video for me because he's getting tired of explaining it to me.
Okay. So it's kind of like
Oh, that's cool. No, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
it's like
made
a
by
really
Square
like
Enix.
dynamic looking background, but it's still side scroller.
Mm-hmm.
But it has the actual character art is like an old like RPG style.
Mm.
yeah.
Like an old Final Fantasy style type thing. Or Chrono Trigger or something.
And then they showed a lot of Super Mario Odyssey.
You want to put the link in the other chat, dude?
Sure, dude. Sorry. Just like
Mario-
No,
has
everyone's
nipples.
talking about what's his face's nipples. It's like the
Mario.
first
Oh,
time
yeah,
we've
'cause
ever
you-
seen Mario's nipples ever or something like that.
yeah.
He's got him now. Everybody, watch out!
He's a
Coming in
person.
hot. Coming in hot.
Yeah, so they showed a bunch of shit about Super Mario Odyssey.
Mm.
You know, I don't really give a shit about that. Like, I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
I
good
can't
Mario
imagine it
game.
being bad.
Were there any more scenes that they showed where Mario was around other people?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, because I
Did,
remember
did it
that
show?
was
Did it show other people's nipples, or did it just show Mario's
just Mario.
nipples?
It's just a Mario nipple.
just
Mhm.
Mario
That's
nipple. It's
weird.
it's very specifically focused
Boring.
on his nipples.
Mm.
The camera zoomed in on.
And then shockingly, I'm trying to get through this shit, Spencer. Shockingly, Doom and the Wolfenstein 2 are both coming to Switch. They're very excited about that. They're like, yeah, they even showed like the swastika. So
That's crazy. What's this-
Nintendo has a history of being like, we don't really, it's their blood. I don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, apparently there's a whole
That's
thing
too
where
spooky.
in Japan they wouldn't allow like swastika symbols and stuff like that to be like in media for a while.
Mm.
That's gonna be interesting to see how well Doom runs on the Switch because Doom's like a pretty good looking game.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's supposed to be anywhere between like
2 and 5 frames per second.
a
slideshow.
like a low end PC, like a high end of a low end PC, if that makes any
So
sense.
mid range,
Not a mid range.
below mid range.
Yeah, a little bit below mid range until like
So a mixture of
around
like,
console like PS4 and PS.
so if I were to
or
choose
Xbox
the
One.
options on my computer, it'd be like a mixture of low and medium.
Like you definitely turn off volumetric fog,
Yeah,
and
shadows would be on low,
yeah, shadows would be off or low.
particle effects low,
Yeah,
but overall like texture maybe medium,
Yeah.
medium for those. Yeah.
so
If you're feeling ballsy,
yeah. I mean, they did a bunch of other small little shit, but
Oh, 3DS
Like-
version of Minecraft, guys. Very important. 3DS version of Minecraft being released in September. Actually,
Finally.
might be released today.
the Minecraft we've been looking for this entire time on a 3DS.
Doom does look good,
Ah.
but on Switch, I would say it's going to be like Mass Effect Infiltrator on mobile graphics.
yeah. I mean, they couldn't even keep fucking the Zelda game at a solid 30. So
Oh
They're
god,
gonna have
I
to
was,
do
I was actually
some-
thinking about that. Yeah, like that game is one of those games that it's definitely most beneficial for it to have as many frames as possible.
So it's going to be weird. Well, they also did a lot of crazy engineering on that game, on Doom, on Vulkan, which is like a way to, instead of DirectX, you use Vulkan. And it's like a way better optimized kind of situation. So people were able to play it like on pretty decent graphics on like just shit computers,
That's awesome.
just
Oh.
bad computers.
You know,
Yeah.
id Software has always been really good at like trying to push the envelope when it comes to technology. So that's really nice to hear.
But yeah, I mean, that pretty much wraps up all the big news from the Nintendo Direct. No mention of fucking Smash. No mention of the Pokemon RPG.
Well, they're probably gonna save that for next year's E3, I bet.
Yeah.
That's
Get everybody
great.
warmed up with the old Switch stuff. Like, oh yeah, we got the Super Mario stuff, but have you guys ever heard of a game called Smash 5?
Smash 5-4 Switch.
I mean, basically, it was
Actually,
it
yeah.
was Nintendo's like, we have third-party people buy our shit. We're gonna have third-party people making games.
Guys, Doom.
we swear.
Doom.
we got him. We got him this time.
We
I swear.
got
Look,
NBA 2K18. You're gonna have to need a memory card for that. And
Oh my God,
FIFA
Doom's-
18.
Doom's definitely going to need a memory card. Holy fuck.
And we got
gonna be
WWE
2.
2K18 that's coming to Switch. Like, we got third parties.
Oh, they do have WWE 2K18.
Yeah,
Huh.
no, you think I just pulled that out of my ass, dude?
I thought you were just going with the 18.
All right, let's motor.
All right.
keep
so
going.
Fistcake, I'm just going to throw this one to you. I feel
All right.
like, you know, you just handle the PewDiePie situation.
Okay. So, believe it or not, when you work as a person who
Is in the
streams
public.
stuff and works in the public, or just like in general, you're not supposed to say the N word, especially like with the harsh N word.
Yeah.
If I
the hard R.
if you can say the hard R with the hard R.
Mm.
So it was about. Because it happened like right before last week's stream, if I remember right, that we saw the news for that.
Yeah,
where
we
he
saw
basically,
like right before we started, or maybe right after. But yeah.
But he was playing PUBG, and he was trying to shoot a guy, and he called him, what was it? What a fucking N-word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then he immediately said, "Oh, oops, sorry."
What an asshole.
Yeah, what an asshole. That doesn't make it.
No, it actually makes it worse.
Yeah, good try, PewDiePie. So shortly after that, he realized, oh no, I fucked up. He released a video apologizing, basically saying,
I mean, he took all the I watched his apology video, and it seemed sincere. Like,
yeah, no, he's not making excuses.
Yeah,
it
was no excuses. He's just like, I fucked up. You know,
yeah,
no one to blame. You know, it's all
stupid.
on me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of people are saying that. Yeah, it's a good apology. It's like a good example of what you should do when you fucked up.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. I know I can't keep making this kind of mistake. I fucked up, guys. I'm really sorry. I apologize. And then 2 days later, he almost says it again by calling somebody my N-word, but with a soft A this time.
Well,
so you know,
presumably,
one would assume it's a soft A at the end.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's my friend. Obviously, you wouldn't use the R in that situation.
Not the harsh R, but with a soft A. But instead, he's like, oh, hello.
Yeah, yeah, he covers up with oh, hello.
Yeah, that's how he finishes it.
And for people who don't know who PewDiePie is, he's like the #1 YouTube channel on YouTube, obviously.
Yeah, the #1 YouTube channel, basically, period.
Yeah, and then he's...
he plays video games.
Yeah, he does video games.
Which is why he's particularly being talked about right now. And he's really, really well known. He started out...
He has a huge following.
Yeah,
we don't want to go into his history.
Well, I was just going to say, the majority of his fan base grew out because they were like on the younger spectrum.
Yeah, they're younger.
Which is an important thing to mention. But yeah, so he was streaming. He said the N-word, and then he apologized very sincerely, and then almost said it again, which is why we're mentioning it here. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have talked about it.
In retaliation for this, the Firewatch devs, the people who made Firewatch,
yeah, there you go,
were going to DMCA his videos, which is in their total right to do. But what that does is that sets a very bad precedent for any other video game people on YouTube, because they're like, as of right now, you're really not allowed to post gameplay videos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's not under fair use.
Yeah.
And they can claim it, and they can DMCA you. And DMCA and a content claim are completely different.
Yeah,
a DMCA is, they're like, yo, you like stole our shit, and we're taking it down, and that puts a strike on your channel. 3 strikes, you're done.
Yeah, and the important distinction that needs to be made here is we're talking about like just putting up gameplay, like Let's Play stuff. If you're doing a critique, or you're doing news or something like that, and it's part of a larger story, I think that is covered under fair use.
Yeah, I think that is as well.
But just straight up just playing the game, that isn't actually covered. And even though the developers of Firewatch put up a thing on a website like, hey, can we stream your game? They're like, yeah, totally, we got you. You know,
that's not binding.
Yeah, that's not binding. You didn't sign anything. That's not a contract. That's just kind of a promise from them. And what's interesting is Firewatch came out a while ago, right? And then after this event that it had happened last week, the guy, like, way after the fact is like, okay, I'm just going to take these videos.
Well, not way after the fact. He did it like the same day.
I'm talking about after PewDiePie had even played the games.
He did play the games.
No, I'm saying way after he had played the games. Like, after the playing of the games and the uploading of the video had been already done for a while, because the game's been out for a while. He's going back and saying, you know what, I'm going to take this from you because I don't agree with your shit, and I don't want our shit to be... Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah,
and
Blank Age is right, yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Blank Age just said a bunch of good stuff. Like, first thing he says, but the thing is that Pew's making a lot of mistakes lately, and it seems sort of intentional. Which it could be, because, I mean, maybe he's trying to create controversy with himself.
But at this point, the
pulling like a
dude
Britney
is a
Spears?
super millionaire.
Probably.
Like he
Yeah.
doesn't need like. That's the thing. The people are like, I think he's doing it on purpose. I don't know if he is. I think maybe he's just an idiot. Like I think he just might be stupid.
I think eventually, after hours and hours of recording stuff, because there was some context that was provided in like a Reddit post where this guy's like, "Hey, I'm from Sweden." That type of word, it doesn't have any of the actual like meaning over here because we have no context from being in America. So that's just like it's like saying the word cunt to them.
Hmm.
So apparently, like, and so he probably uses it in his everyday life.
He's just gonna drop the C word like that on a
Yeah, I'll do it.
on a
I'll
Christian stream.
I'll take the hit, guys. Hate me. But
This
no,
Jesus Saves channel.
So
damn it.
although it doesn't matter, right? This argument doesn't like absolve him of anything. But that was the guy's reasoning, is that it's likely something that would have been used in his everyday life.
Well, yeah, but the thing about that is that he knows better.
Oh yeah, obviously. No, I was bringing that kind of flavor to the conversation.
Anyways, back to the Firewatch devs. They're going to claim his videos, DMCA him. So he has elected to. He's like, all right, don't DMCA me because you're going to ruin my livelihood. I'm already a billionaire, so I need more money. And he's like, if I've offended any of the devs or anything like that, then you can email me and I will take the videos down myself. You don't have to DMCA them. I'll just take them down, and I won't ask questions. I won't do anything. I'll just take them down. Which is, I mean, if I was him, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean that's
don't
respectable.
ruin my business. I will, I'll take them down myself.
Yeah,
there you go. Everybody wins.
If you take umbrage with things that I've done, and you don't agree with me, and you really don't want your content on my content to coincide, make babies together, then fine. Just let me know.
Yeah. If you don't want to set like because like I can see like both sides of like the whole them striking DMCA on people's channels, because it kind of sets a precedent like, oh, I don't agree with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Censorship.
Yeah, basically it becomes a weird form of censorship for sure. Because then bigger companies like, I don't know, EA, Activision, can exert more control over a particular situation. Also Nintendo, which already kind of does that. Except, I mean, they don't make decisions based on the person. They just don't like to have their games be not monetized by themselves.
It can pretty much end up being like, oh, you've been talking shit about my game while you played it. Bye.
That's the possible scenario that could come from this.
But to be fair, this is a good reason. This is like a fair reason, I would say. Like, if you don't agree with people saying that word, when I'm like, well, I mean, I don't want this guy representing my game or whatever. Yeah. So I'm going to politely say, please
I do
stop
find it weird that it's like,
it wasn't
way after
really
the game had come out
politely. And these guys, the Firewatch devs, are like total like far left, and I'm pretty left, but I'm not left. Like I'm not like
left, right,
fucking
left.
There's 75 different genders left. These guys are like way left.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're like they hit it hard. They're like, oh fucking yeah, you're just done. You're just the worst person.
Yeah, they really like took them apart. They're like, we will not allow our games to be. This child has gotten away with too many mistakes. Like they use like those types of diminutive terms, which I really find
that far left people use.
That type of thing. It isn't needed. You could literally just say, I don't agree with what this guy did. What he did was disgusting in my eyes, and I don't want myself to be involved with it. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Give me back my videos.
Yeah, they could have just done like what the whole JonTron thing was with Ukulele, where he was on a podcast show. He said some awkward stuff, and they're like, hey, well, we don't agree with that, so we're just not going to have him as a voice actor in our game anymore. And that was it. They weren't like, they didn't berate him or anything. They're just like, we just don't agree with what he's saying. He doesn't represent us. So
I wonder if, because there's like a weird thing going on, right? Because by saying that, okay, we don't agree with him, but we're not going to have him in the game, taking that type of approach, I wonder if they didn't take a harder approach, partially because if they went at him hard, he has such a huge fan base that they might have a backlash from that. Because
they did have a backlash. They bombed their Firewatch on the Steam.
Well, that's what I was talking about in relation to JonTron, though, because that's what's happening with PewDiePie is the PewDiePie fans are like
I don't know if it's just
them.
PewDiePie fans. I think a lot of people are like, yo,
they don't agree with it.
That's like it's just really stupid and petty.
Yeah.
But the blank I almost said the blank page, the blank age. What if they use the censorship and stuff like that? That pretty much makes no sense because the Let's Play people are showing the games and the gameplay and bring more attention to the game. It's true, that's true, but I'm 99% sure that the gaming industry looks to YouTubers and content creators and streamers more as parasites than a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
They know they need us, and we know we need them.
Yeah.
But if they had it their way, like if YouTube and gaming had never blown up and Twitch had never blown up, I'm pretty sure they would be like, "Yeah, this is great." Like,
well, because
this is better.
In this particular situation, they have to worry about this entire pool of people who have large audiences who can have opinions about things. Whereas before, they could control the flow of information so much more specifically through standard games news media, which has been like the power of games media as far as news is concerned.
I mean, the journalism is fucking down.
Yeah,
gaming journalism is trash.
Like in the past 8 years, it's completely it's gone.
Yeah,
because of the rise of Let's Plays and streaming and critique channels and all this stuff. So,
but if like EA, Activision, if they could wipe us like from memory, they would do it.
Yeah, because although they do benefit in a way, there are other ways in which they could not benefit, such as, I don't know, when Bethesda came out with the Creation Club, less people might have a negative opinion about it because they wouldn't have thought about it so critically like Jim Sterling and Total Biscuit, or wouldn't have heard those arguments ahead of time, or any type of bad press is like magnified to an insane extent. But it's great for indie developers.
Yeah, so. And then plus, you got like a person who's watching, like Lyric. He has like 50,000 people watching him sometimes.
Yeah.
He'll play a game and he'll be like, this game fucking sucks. And it's actually a good game and he just doesn't like it. You got like 50,000 people who are like...
Potentially.
Yeah, who are like, I'm not going to buy that game because Lyric doesn't like it and I like Lyric.
Yeah. Or whatever they saw, like okay, because that's what we want. We want to be able to see the game beforehand to see if it's actually good. So as consumers, we really value that. But as a game company, you want to control that information as much as possible. So I think that might be a way that they could take this situation, blow it out of proportion, and then use it in a very technical way to surgically remove certain people that they don't want to be in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to make sure they get nothing but the best Metacritic Metacritic scores.
Of course. So
I mean, that pretty much, that's PewDiePie in a nutshell. Said the R word, or the R word. He said the N word with the hard R. He said risky, and
he said risky. Matt, now you said it on our channel. Now we're gonna get taken down.
Oh God, I hope the Firewatch devs doesn't DMCA our videos. So we don't got any videos of your shit.
Yeah, we never played Firewatch. So we have a bit more time, so we can cover some smaller stuff. Do you want to just do just a general term? So Battlegrounds, what was the news with that? Battlegrounds has now exceeded concurrent players over Dota 2.
Yep. As of yesterday, PUBG is leading with a total for concurrent players, which is most players playing at the same time, with 1,349,584, and Dota behind them, so close, with 784,336.
So close. Yeah.
So close.
They're almost twice Dota 2.
Almost.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so PUBG is really kicking off. Unfortunately, I didn't get on the bandwagon fast enough to become one of the pro 360 no-scopers on there.
Yeah.
But it is a fun game. I do recommend it if you like shooting games and tactical kind of shit.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's in hindsight, Matt and I had thought about yeah, we should play PUBG when it was just starting to get up. And if we had started then, if all three of us had started then, and we were hardcore PUBG players and collaborating with other channels and getting chicken dinners and stuff like that, we might be benefiting from this right now.
I don't think so. We would have been buried behind the
we would have been buried behind all the other already big people.
Big people.
But we might have gained 50 people, dude. 50 people might watch us.
That's true, but I mean, there's still. I mean, there's they're releasing new maps and stuff soon, so there's plenty of good stuff coming in.
Oh, and night mode.
I missed that. I didn't see that. That's gonna be.
Yeah, they're gonna have like a different version of it where it's nighttime and it's raining. It's gonna be pretty sick.
Oh, the Blank Age says that the 360 no scopes are not good.
They get you killed in PUBG. He tried it, didn't work.
Let's die. Damn it! I thought that was like the one way to win.
That's how you always lose, Fistcake.
You see,
You just see Fistcake in the field just like spinning. He's like, I'm gonna get somebody, and then he gets picked off.
It never works. I don't understand why. But
next on the list we got Battleborn is dying.
Yeah.
Battleborn is dead.
They're killing
After
themselves. They're committing suicide. Basically,
Yeah,
after this,
They're committing Sudoku.
that's racist, isn't it? Wait a minute.
What is it? What is it called? Chimbuchu?
seppuku.
Seppuku.
Or seppuku. Anyways, yeah. So I guess after this series of updates, they're going to stop updating the game and stop supporting it. Is that what it was?
They're gonna stop updating and whatnot. You can still play online with people until like the foreseeable future. But
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
You and 3 people can play against each other over and over again.
Dude, imagine the meta though.
the entire Battleborn subreddit can play together finally,
Yeah.
or forever.
All 3 of them.
All 3.
I'm sure there's at least like 30.
330.
330?
No, 30. Just 30.
Oh, 30.
Oh,
Okay.
there's 30.
Not to say anything bad about Battleborn. It looked okay. It just, it came out at a bad time.
Yeah.
Had a bad
Try to compete with Overwatch.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I don't know. I don't even know like if they try to compete with Overwatch. I think Overwatch saw it. It's like, oh, well,
Let's
hold on.
bury him.
Step down, child. I got this.
Well, no,
I
they
own
released
this.
early so that they would get the Overwatch people to play their game beforehand. They released at $60, and then Overwatch came out, was a better game, and released
And
at
cheap.
40 or 50.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much it is.
I think it's 40.
At a cheaper
Maybe
price.
it's for like a special edition.
Yeah, so they pulled like a Sony PlayStation 2 situation.
A bit of an update for the Creation Club on the PC, because the Creation Club for the Bethesda Creation Club for Fallout 4 and Skyrim mods that are being released as microtransactions basically has been updated into Fallout 4. So now there's a thing on your menu at the very beginning that advertises it that wants you to go there.
Yeah, basically like an ad.
Yeah, there was a modder who was like, I don't like this, and on the PC, and basically created a mod to get rid of the mods.
The paid mods that
The
you
paid
don't
mods.
want anyways.
So basically erases it from the game, so you don't even have to worry about it. So that's nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fucking Nexus mods pulling through again.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Sonic Mania was cracked in 8 days.
Man.
Yeah, Denovu got fucked again.
Yeah. Sonic Mania came
Did
out
you
with
wanna-
Nobu and got cracked in 8 days. What's up?
Did you want to finish with that question you were talking about before the show, or
Sure.
did you want?
I mean, we can have a short convo about the voice versus voiceless protagonist.
Is that what? Didn't you have another question?
Oh, I had the question.
Is that the question? What question? We had 2.
Yeah, well, the other question was if Obsidian got picked up by a publisher, who would it be?
Fuck. We can. The Obsidian thing's a lot tougher
Quicker.
one. We can. Yeah. What?
He thinks Obsidian one's tougher, and
Oh, okay.
so which one do
Yeah,
you
I
want to do, Fistcake?
Yeah, you pick.
It's the voice. Let's talk about voices and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so
So,
the official
if-
question was,
Yeah, let me read the official question.
Yeah,
It
bro.
is, of course I have it up, dude. I'm professional.
oh, definitely, he's definitely not clicking a link to open up the
I'm a professional.
and then looking for it here on his clicked links. Do you all
Fair.
prefer pretending you are the character you play as, or do you prefer having voice protagonists who have a truly defined personality?
It's a tough choice.
Now,
Like you said,
it ultimately depends on say you're playing The Last of Us. You're like, man, I wish this guy was voiceless. I wish he didn't have a defined personality. You'd be like, this game is not very good.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
But then if you're playing like Fallout 4 and the voice actor is like trash and,
or maybe if you want
says
more,
yes 3 different times and then no later, then you're like, voiceless. Let
Yeah.
me have the Skyrim Fallout New Vegas Fallout 3 situation.
yeah, it really depends on what the scope of the game is trying to do, because with Fallout 4, everyone suffered because of that.
Mhm.
Because all of the potential options that you would have, that they couldn't possibly have done enough voices for were neutered because of that. But like you were saying, any kind of single player
story-based, like heavily story-based game,
kind of linear-ish. I feel like if you don't have voices for that, that's part of the experience. It's like an interactive movie.
Yeah, that's like playing Uncharted with like a voiceless character.
Without Nathan Drake, without what's his name, Nolan North or whatever. Is that Nolan North? But yeah, like
Fiskate, what do you?
Oh yeah, no, like I pretty much agree. They've been doing this for even before like you had like actual voices, like older RPG games and whatnot.
Yeah,
like your character, like you would never like see your character like talk with people. You would like if like they were trying like some shit up, they would just like fade in and fade out. And it was just assumed that like you'd like brought them up to speed, or like if you were making like important choices, like I'm gonna hang out with this guy instead of you because you like to kill bears or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whereas like versus like other games where like, hey, we got shit to do, we got a story to tell, we're gonna give you a voice, you don't get a choice, we're sorry.
Yeah.
So I think that like you guys were saying, like I think everybody agrees on really is that it's very situational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but it's a very important decision to make though.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You cannot fuck it up. If you fuck it up, then it's like, oh, why am I even playing this game?
Yeah, Fallout 4 is a good example of fucked up.
Yeah, well, an interesting distinct kind of like way to think about this too. Well, first off, the Blank Age, he was saying that the story is way more important to him, so he would prefer voiceless if the story was. If they could add more to the story in some way, but not having it voiced. But I was just thinking about this because Divinity is voiced.
Divinity 1 is.
Divinity 1, where the two characters...
And Divinity 2 is as well.
Divinity 1, Original Sin, and Divinity 2, Original Sin. It's heavily voiced. And Matt was talking about it. The first time that you played it, I think... we came to this conclusion where if certain parts of it weren't voiced, and because there's so much there's so many words and so much reading that so much lore and background because it's an RPG game, it might not have been as engaging.
It shipped with it was voiceless when it shipped.
Yeah, and then they had the enhanced edition where they added voices to it, and you were saying that it made it much just like
more palatable.
Because
more the first I don't know, we're not even done with it yet, but like the first we played 6 hours, we're not even done with the intro.
The first area.
But like there's so much talking and stuff like that.
Which I wouldn't really mind.
So if you had to read all that, I mean that's like hundreds of thousands of words.
Yeah. And the writing definitely, I mean, it's one of those things where the writing can be really good and the reading can be great, but it's one of those where you play it and you just kind of immerse yourself and you just play it at your own speed. But when you're hanging out with friends, it's much harder to get through a game where there's so many words without a voice actor, just because everyone's hanging out and then everyone stops and then reads whatever is happening.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, Blank Age. Blank Age. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, man. It was a good discussion.
Thank you.
But because like if Divinity 1 or even Divinity 2 didn't have voices for at least the NPCs, then you're hanging out and everyone just kind of reads it to themselves, or one person reads it out loud, and it's basically the same thing as having it voiced anyways.
Yeah.
So I could see how that would
make us do the work when you can do the work.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you.
So that's one situation where I feel like it kind of helped.
But yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody really disagrees with the fact that it's very situational.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's something easy that can be easily fucked up if you make the wrong decision.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I keep thinking about it too, because it's like Divinity is voice acted. If they could voice act that game, why couldn't they have voice acted Fallout better? I don't know.
Cheaper, maybe. I don't
and
know.
what's even more interesting about Divinity Original Sin 2 is that depending on what race you play, right, the NPCs will comment on it. So you'll have like, if you're playing a lizard, you'll have like NPCs being like, "Oh, I'm talking to a lizard," and if you're a dwarf, they'll be like, "I'm talking to a dwarf."
Yeah, or if you're undead,
they're a little bit more excited when they're talking to the dwarf.
Is that what they exactly say before they start talking?
I'm talking to a dwarf. Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
talking to Dwarf. Hello, Dwarf adventurer.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking about because it's voice acted, but then like little things will change how they react to you, and so their lines change depending on other stuff you've done. So like that must have been a fucking huge undertaking from a voice acting standpoint, and they did it. Why couldn't Fallout 4 have done it? That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying.
Fallout 4 did do it. They just did it. Like everything is voiced.
Yeah, but the
just
decision part of it's completely.
Yeah, anti Fallout or anti RPG, really.
Yeah.
But I think that wraps us up.
Yeah, I feel like that was good. Fistcake, do you want to tell people where they can find you?
You can find me on Twitter at the Fistcake, where I tweet hot memes sometimes, mostly about the games I'm playing, like Persona 5 occasionally, where I'll just say "looking cool, Joker" to random tweets.
Nice.
Pretty much it. Haven't streamed lately. I might try streaming sometime this coming weekend. I don't know, just for funsies. I might play something. I'm downloading Divinity. Jesus, Mike, settle down. I'm downloading Divinity 2 as we speak, so maybe you'll see something with the old Content Complete boys. Who knows?
Maybe we might plan something because it can have up to 4 players.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. And then you can catch me on YouTube at the Fistcake or Super Fistcake. It's really I'm the only Fistcake I know of. Yeah, like I'm the only Fistcake I know of. If you see a giant fist that has like a red velvet striping, like the red and the white, that's me. I don't know. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
I said I was going to have content this week. I lied. Imagine that.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. But this coming weekend, I don't think I'm doing anything. So hopefully, pray to all the gods in the world that I will have content coming up the following week. If not, I'll try to
his content may actually become complete.
My content may become complete. Other than that, that's pretty much where you can find me at. Where can people find you too?
All right. Well, our YouTube channel is youtube.com/NeanderthalGamingTV. And that's where all of our streaming stuff goes, and that's where all of our Smash content is. So if you wanna see how we do in Melee and Smash 4, definitely head on over there. We've been doing this thing, and I think one of the episodes should be coming out soon, where in Smash 4 for the weekend videos, we've been playing through the All-Star mode. So definitely hang in for that. That's a lot of fun. You can follow us on Twitter at NeanderthalGTV. It goes directly to Matt's phone, so feel free to blow him up. And then we also have our Twitch channel. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can see our live streams at twitch.tv/NeanderthalGamingTV. And we also dual stream the actual Content Complete stuff over there as well. As far as Content Complete specific information, you can follow the official Content Complete Twitter at ConcomCast. And you can send any particular questions or suggestions to our Gmail, contentcompletecast@gmail.com. So if you have anything you want to say to us, just go ahead and send us an email, and Fistcake will be on it. You can catch all over it. You can catch all of our streams, including the podcast, as well as our special Into the Veil series, where we play weird and crazy games at twitch.tv/ConcomCast. Our live stream for the podcast is live at 3 p.m. on Sundays. And, of course, the actual video versions of everything does go to youtube.com/NeanderthalGamingTV. All episodes are available on YouTube. The audio version of the podcast will be available on your favorite podcasting app, and both of the video version and the audio version are released on Wednesdays. All right, guys, any last words? Yeah, I did a good job this time.
Good. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks, man.
God damn it, boy.
You're so ugly. I wish you were aborted.
Whoa, okay, dude. Whoa, okay. All right, it's fine to call other babies aborted, but me, you can't call me aborted. That's messed up.
You're right, dude. You look like you're half aborted.
Better.
Oh, no. Speaking of abortion, let's end the show.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Play the last outro video,
Oh,
Matt.
fuck. I forgot. Okay, peace.
Bye.
What the fuck's going on?
There's no outro video this week. It's decided to break.
Try it one more time.
Okay.
Wait. Updating content. Wow. Da-da-da.
Okay.
I'm not going to sing it.
No.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.
Oh shit! Wait, XSplit has frozen.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Uh,
Peace.
but fuck.